fuck's sake. Hey guys, what's going on? It's some random Irish guy, and this is my brand new Sega Saturn. Saturn. I just flipped you off, sorry. Saturn, whatever accent you have. Sega Saturn. Came out in 1995. This was on par to the PS1 and the N64. Shameful to say, I have never played or owned or even touched one of these in my entire life. I've seen them before, and I know what they look like, that image, but I've never held one or played one or even considered getting one when I was growing up. I was always a PlayStation 1 guy. All the Sega fans, leave your hate mail. Take a look at the box. The box is in pretty good condition. As ever, if you repackage something, it's always going to bloat for a while. I don't know why people think they're helping by putting tape on it to help it seal up. You're not. Don't do that. Very bad idea. Look at the back of the box. This is a 32-bit system, same with the PS1. However, the N64 kind of kicked its ass with 64-bit. It has a CD drive, so the games come on CDs, and it has an expansion port for memories, and you can play import games with this action replay slot, which I have yet to get. So let's take a look at it. Here's the controller here. One thing I really like about Sega is that they do make very comfortable controllers. However, I am not a big fan of the shoulder buttons because they're just, I don't know, they haven't got enough, I don't know, like, you seem like you're barely tapping them. They feel a lot like the DS shoulder buttons, and that kind of feels good, but for a physical controller, I don't really like them. 6-button layouts kind of look a bit goofy. They're good, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I'm not used to this, so I'm kind of new at it. Start button, yeah, the D-pad is the real magic of any Sega controller. The D-pad feels amazing. Has nice indents so your thumb never slips off. And overall, it just feels like a really comfortable controller. I believe this is the Model 2, the MK80313. I think this is the Model 2 controller. It might be the Model 1, I don't know. Professionals of Sega, you let me know. So, here we go. Got the power supply, very basic, you know, figure 8 power supply. This is on the Dreamcast, PS2, PS1, whatever. Yeah, it is very common. What else? We've got the AV cable, and thankfully enough, this did not come with the stupid RF. It actually came with SCART, so an RGB, which is far superior to RF. Not as good as composite, but a lot better. I might go on eBay and get a composite cable because I have no way of recording my footage through SCART, and I think it's just more easier with composite. So I have proper AV, not crappy RF, so that's good. And on to the main thing itself, the Sega Saturn, whatever. It is sitting there all Saturny, whatever you call it. And there we go. There is the daddy of, reveal it already. Keep the box, of course. You know, if you look up on my shelf, I've got a load of boxes, mostly Sega boxes. Sorry, Nintendo. I just seem to get Sega boxes easier than Nintendo boxes. So here is the Sega Saturn itself. Bit dusty, what can you expect? You've got your, tilt the camera down, sorry. You got your power on, you've got your open tray, you got your reset, you got player 1, player 2, nothing on the side. This is where the expansion card would go in for action replay or external memory cards. I've yet to get one. Give me some time, I might get some. On the back you've got an expansion port for what? God knows what. This for a it's like the battery or something. I don't know. I'll look that up on Wikipedia. Here you can see that it uses a power source, 220 to 40 volts. So that means we are in it's a PAL format. Great, got it right. 50-60 hertz, so it works on a resolution TV. We've got a communication connector. So could this go online? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Power supply and the AV out, which looks like an S-Video or a Model 2 Genesis, but it's not. Mega Drive, Jesus! Now, the games came on CDs, as you might have figured, so I picked up a few games. I've got Sega Rally Championships, and I've got Virtua Cop 2. Now, I've got Virtua Cop 2, and I don't have the gun. Oh wait, yes I do. The Sega Stunner. Which is a really comfortable gun, and as you know, I'm a huge fan of gun games, so of course when I saw this, had to get it. Controller would go in like so, and there's no additional AV boxes like the PlayStation 2 made you use. This is just straight on the fly, shoot 'em up. I'll get into that for another review. This is a really comfortable gun, by the way. On the side you got start and the trigger, so you can shoot things. Yeah, very cool. And Sega Rally, which is the racing game. There really wasn't that much of options towards games where I got them, but I'm new to this thing, so give me some time. I'll do some research, find out what games were the most iconic. I'm aware I'm leaving out such arcade classics like House of the Dead and Daytona USA. I'll get around to them. Virtua Fighter and Virtua Fighter 2. Honestly, I'm not a big beat 'em up kind of fan. Like, I have Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 2, but I'm not really a huge fan of beat 'em ups. But I might get them just for collectibles. So as you can see, they open the tray. You'd open up the game, which is like a bleeding. Oh my god, these games are welded shut. Come on. Oh, Virtual Cop. Maybe Virtual Cop would be easier. Alright, games like this, and nice to get the manual. Very standard CD. Pop it in like so, and close it. I keep on flipping people off, sorry. What's great about this is that unlike most current CD-based consoles, there's no moving parts, so there's less to break, so it's just a nice, simple door tray, like the Dreamcast and the PlayStation 1, which I do like, which means there's less parts to break. Alright, what else goodies did I get from a... My god, these fucking things are so awkward to open. You need like the jaws of life. Sega, you make terrific consoles, but my god, your packaging is absolutely terrible. I mean, look at the Dreamcast game cartridges, for Christ's sake. Fall apart if you even blow on them. Controller wise, I have my regular Saturn controller, but I also picked up this, the Sega Saturn Nights into Dreams 3D control pad bundle, which comes with the game Nights into Dreams and the 3D controller, which I have no idea what it's like, but I heard good things about it, so let's have a look at this. Alrighty, again, manual, very nice, not full colour, but what do you expect. Alright, the Sega 3D controller, I'll get into that in a minute. And here's the game. Now see, that's what I like. Just nice simple CD trays. Don't need this, don't need these big fancy kind of book-like, hard to open. Seriously, you need like a pliers to get these open. Nice simple CD. Easy. And there's my phone ringing, which my voicemail will get. I'm not going to it now. So Nights into Dreams. There you go. Very cool. Let's take a look at the controller itself. I have to admit, it's a very comfortable controller. Very similar to a Dreamcast. And if you have an Xbox 360, the Xbox 360 is very similar to the Dreamcast as well too. D-pad feels very nice and smooth. Buttons, again, I'm new to Sega, so I feel they're a bit goofy. I'm used to SNES, so it's just like those four. But still, I'll get used to it. Start, select button, and you've got a, what's that, an analog control, or yeah, that's an analog or D-pad. So analog or digital. So that's on digital, so you'd use that and then flip it over to analog. Use analog. The thumb pad feels really good. It's very, you know, flimsy. Feels a lot like the Dreamcast thumb pad, except unlike the Dreamcast, this one has an indent so your thumb doesn't slip off. The Dreamcast thumb pad is absolutely terrible. Shoulder buttons feel somewhat okay, bit slippery, but overall it feels a lot more comfortable than the Dreamcast. I don't know what that is. I think it's the extra curves, but it feels a lot more comfortable. D-pad, as ever, Sega D-pads are very, very good. Very tactile, very smooth. Has a nice texture to it, so your thumb doesn't get slippery or anything like that. However, the D-pad on the Dreamcast is absolutely crap. The buttons, again, are convex, so they point upwards. So your thumb will most likely slip off them a bit more. And the start button is nice and rubbery, so whatever. It's a controller, it's a 3D controller, and certain games like Nights into Dreams will work with it. You might want to check the back of the boxes to see what controllers are compatible. As far as I'm concerned, Sega Rally will not work, as well as Virtua Cop. Well, that's the gun game. You can go online, get a list, find out what games are compatible, what games are not. But however, you can still use controller for regular games anyway, because you can just switch it over to digital and not have to worry about that. Although ideally you want to use analog over digital any day of the week, especially for racing games. Get nice, you know, Crazy Taxi for Christ's sake. So anyway, that was a look at the Sega Saturn. I have loads of Sega Saturn goodies on the way, and I'm very excited to find out what I'm missing. So this has been some random Irish guy, guys, and thanks for watching.